There was a moment in my life where I realized I can't do this thing by myself. And it took a lot for me to admit that. Because your guy Sealz the man is a lion. I roar with all my heart and spirit. I hit the ground hard and I try to get things done with all my strength and knowledge and intelligence. I woke into the valley of the shadow of death and fear no evil. I make things happen, right? And with all this macho man stuff, I realize I'm still not complete. After seemingly having everything you've ever wanted, Sealz, you're still not whole. It wasn't like I was lonely or anything, but I realized there was a missing puzzle piece to my life. It just always felt like God had something else for me that I just never got a grasp to growing up and becoming this man that I am today. And then I figured it out. I need a woman for me to complete me. Now, this may be controversial to the men and even women out there who feel like they don't need no man or they don't need no woman. That's cool for y'all. Keep that same energy for y'all, but keep it away from me because I know what I want and I know what I love. So I'm gonna tell y'all about the moments I realized I needed the right woman for me to complete me. Growing up, I knew everybody in my hood, my neighborhood, my school. Everybody knew me. I had a clique of homies. We did everything together, brothers till the end. Every Saturday, balled on the basketball courts. Every night, played video games together. I love them boys, and we family forever. But man, I did some stupid things with them. And the thing amongst brothers and male best friends is that we have popular sayings with each other. Things that we always tell each other when things happen or trouble arises or issues come about. Sayings like, you gonna be all right, you tough, right? Hey, yo, tough it out, man up. Yo, you got this, man. And most times after they told me I got this, I never had it. They always told me something that I did not have. You got this? No, I don't. Man up, bruh, I'm a teenager going through puberty. That's just how we talk to each other to amp ourselves up and encourage ourselves. Be men. But I'm telling you, after letting them hype me up, letting my brothers hype me up, I realized I always failed. Or I always got myself in some crazy situation that I did not need to be in. I remember this one time, me and my bros was on this house, right? I forgot whose house it was, and we were on the roof. And they all jumped off, and I was the last one, of course. And they all jumped off, and they were good. And had their little tumble, but they got right up. And they was like, yo, it's your turn. You got this. And I was like, you know what? You're right. I got this. I proceeded to jump off the roof, and guess what? I didn't have it. In fact, what I had was a broken wrist. One of the worst pain ever. And as I was wallowing on the ground in utter pain, holding back the tears, one of the girls on our block came to me. She said, why did you do that? That was really stupid. And she made me feel stupid. Like I sat there like, yo, why did I do that? And that day I realized as a young man, I need a woman by my side, for sure. Because if I don't, I'm gonna continue to jump off roofs for the rest of my life, and metaphorically, of course. But I don't want any more pain from listening to my brothers. The right woman for you will make sense. Because she made sense for me that day. And it changed my perspective. It had me thinking about the decision I made. A true pivotal moment in my life, and definitely an increase in respect for women at that time in my life. Another funny moment in my life when I knew I needed a woman to complete me. I was at Red Lobster and I ordered this pasta. Pasta is my favorite food, by the way. Like Italian, it's everything to me. Heaven sent. So I ordered scampi or pasta, something like that. And she brought it out. It was a waitress, by the way. And she brought it out and it was cold. But the thing about me is I'm not a confrontational man. So I didn't know the right way to tell her. So I just said, hey, this food is cold, right? And she said, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna get this right for you. So I'm like, all right, yeah, it's no problem. Cool. She brings it back out. Now it's lukewarm. Yo, it's lukewarm. Like somebody just threw that bad boy in the microwave for like 10 seconds, gave it a little spark, and pulled it right back and sent it to my table. And as I got another swirl of that pasta in my mouth, I was like, okay, it's lukewarm, okay. And you know what I did, man? I just ate the thing. I just wanted to go at that point. I just ate it because I'm not a confrontational dude. And especially it's a woman, it's a waitress. So I don't want to seem like a butthole to a woman by steady, like, just, going back and forth. I'm not that type of dude. So I just know myself as a man, right? I don't like being confrontational with women. But then I remember the time in a past relationship, I was with my woman and we went to a restaurant and the food was cold again. And when they brought out the plate, I put it in my mouth and I was like, ugh, it's a little cold. And my girl heard me because I whispered it. Cause I don't want no issues, man. My girl heard me and she's like, excuse me? And I was like, oh yeah, it's a little cold. She's like, oh no, I got you. Don't worry about it. And she called the waiter over. God, man. And I'm just sitting there like, oh gosh. And she called the waiter over, was like, excuse me, his food is like cold and meat should not be cold. And she's right? But I just didn't want no problems. And she like literally read the waiter, in a respectful way. She didn't go off, and it was respectful. And he understood. Man, that waiter came back out. My meat on my plate seared. My boy, that thing was sizzling. And they put a voucher on my bill. I was just like, wow, look at this. And she was like, yeah, I told you I got you. And then she went on about her business and started to eat her food in her plate. And I was sitting there amazed. See, this may not be a big deal to y'all, but it is to us. Especially men like me who don't like to be confrontational or don't like to, speak up on certain things like this. That was another moment I realized, wow, yeah, I need a woman to complete me. Because I'm gonna go along in life just taking any old thing because I don't want to be confrontational. And that's not what I need. Women, y'all just bring a balance to your man that we need. So complimentary. As I talk about y'all importance to us, good women to good men, it had me thinking about the men I look up to in my life. First of all, my late grandfather, my pop-pop, he had a beautiful queen in my grandmother. She was always there for him, even though they had contrasting lifestyles. She was a God-fearing woman, and he wasn't. He didn't believe in nothing. He would stay at home all day and just watch TV, while she went to church almost every day. But she stayed by his side, and she used to tell me the stories that they went through back in the day. And boy, oh boy, we'll get into that. But she stayed by his side. And I can't imagine what my grandfather, my pop-pop would be like without her. My 3 uncles, I look up to them. They were a big part of my development as a man. All 3 of them have wives that support them, that are there for them, that teach them, that nurture them, that care for them. And they care for me like their own son. And I'm just their nephew-in-law, or however you call it. But they treat me like their son. And then historical figures like Martin Luther King and Malcolm X all had strong women by their side. It is rare for me to think of a man that has lived a fulfilling and great, virtuous life without a queen by his side. Maybe y'all can think of one, or I can't though. One that has truly influenced me. I can speak for myself. And because I'm speaking for myself, I know what I need for myself. Based on the men I look up to and the women they have by their side, I know I want that too. And I want that for all of y'all, to have someone by y'all side that helps complete your life. They don't have to totally complete your life. Of course, you know what I'm saying. To help make your life whole. There's nothing wrong with that. To have a partner by your side, what? Come on. That is a dream. And once again, I love all my homies, all my brothers. We brothers for life. But it was with the experiences that I had with them, with other men like me, that I realized the importance of women and why God made women women and men men. Because of those experiences, I realized the significance of respecting, loving, and cherishing a woman in my life. And those few days were the days I realized, Sealz the man realized, my goal is to have a queen. So I just wanted to give y'all a perspective of my mind as a man and the things that made me realize how important y'all women are. So shout out to all of y'all. I'll see you on my next video. Peace and blessings. Goodbye.